Good morning students, Sairam. Let us continue with the revision of EVS 1 lesson number 4, Water for Every Household. We are going to see the first part of this lesson and you watch the revision video carefully so that you will get an idea of what type of questions are going to be asked for your first semester exams. So are you ready? Let us start with the paper pattern. Your EVS paper pattern will consist of two subjects, that is EVS 1 and EVS 2. Both include an EVS paper, okay? And total your EVS paper is going to be of 20 marks. Can you see it on the screen? Now, the Roman number 1 question, fill in the blanks by choosing the correct option, will be of 5 marks. So you will be given options. They may be 2, 3, 4 options, whatever. You have to choose the correct option and you have to fill in the blank. Is that clear? Look at the second Roman number. Second Roman number is choose whether the following statements are true or false. Again, it is of 5 marks. So you have to choose whether the statement given is true, that is like right or wrong, okay? And you have to choose whether it is true or false. Your third Roman number is name the following by choosing the correct option. Again, options are provided to you and you have to choose the correct option and you have to name the following of the particular statement. Then your last Roman number, that is Roman number 4, is answer the following by choosing the correct option. Now, answer the following can be in the form of one sentence or it can be answered in 2 or 3 words, whatever. But again, options are provided to you and you have to select the correct option. Now children, here you are seeing that every head question has options given to you. But don't take it lightly. You have to study thoroughly. You have to go through the revision videos again and again. You have to refer to the notes given to you, and then only you will be able to choose the correct answer. Is that clear? And don't make a haste while solving the paper. Be very careful, read the questions carefully and slowly and try to relate and try to recollect what you have studied from this particular chapter. And this will help you a lot in solving your paper very, very easily. Is that clear? So let us start the revision. Let us start by Roman number 1. That is fill in the blanks by choosing the correct option. Your number 1 question is, boiling the water kills the dash in it. Okay, means when we boil water, what happens? What does it kills inside the water? A option is dust, B option is microorganisms, C option is mud. Okay, so when we boil the water for drinking, yes or no? Because boiling is the best method of getting safe drinking water. So what happens when we boil water? What does it kills inside it? Is it dust? No. Is it microorganisms? Yes. So microorganisms is the correct option and you are going to tick the second option. Means you are going to select the second option, that is microorganisms. Is that clear? So boiling the water kills the microorganisms in it. Okay. Look at the second one. Sea water is a solution of salt that occurs dash. Okay, what is sea water made up of? Okay, A1 is a solution of salt that occurs. A1 is regularly, that means every day. B is naturally, that is by nature. And C1 is alternately, means one day a gap in between. So what it is regularly? No. Is it C option, that is alternately? No. So what is the correct option? It is naturally. So your B option is the correct answer. So you are going to select B option. Is that clear? So sea water is a natural solution of salt and water. Okay, so the salt in the sea water occurs naturally. Nobody has gone inside the sea and put salt in it. It is natural. It is, it is God's creation. So it is naturally. Okay, so sea water is a solution of salt that occurs naturally. Now what is the third one? A substance called dash is swirled in muddy water. Okay, what is that substance called which is swirled in muddy water? Is it A, mortar? Is it B, alum? or is it sea salt? Now mortar is a kind of a substance, or it is a kind of a thing which is used for building construction work in earlier days. So is it salt? No. How will be salt swirled in muddy water? What is going to be the effect of it? What is going to be the result of it? So it is B, alum. So alum is your correct answer. So you are going to choose alum. So a substance called alum is swirled in muddy water. Is that clear? Now look at the fourth one. ORS is an example of dash solution. Okay, ORS is an example of what type of solution? A is useless, B is useful, and C is delicate. So ORS is an example of useless solution? No. Is it an example of delicate solution? Delicate means very you have to handle with care. No. So obviously B1, that is useful solution, is your correct answer. So you are going to choose the B option, that is ORS is an example of useful solution. Okay. Now look at the fifth one. The mixture obtained on dissolving a substance in water is called a dash. What is the mixture obtained when you dissolve a substance in a water? Okay. A option is sharbat. Okay, that is juice. B option is solution, and C option juice. Sarbat and juice are one and the same, but what it is called? So it cannot be juice, it cannot be sharbat. So what it is definitely the D option, that is solution. So the mixture obtained on dissolving a substance in water is called a solution. Okay, when you mix two substances together in water, it is definitely called a solution. Now look at the sixth one. Dash dissolves in water. Okay, which is which among the options, which is the correct option that dissolves in water? A is sand, B is salt, and C is plastic. So which is the correct answer? Salt is the correct answer. Plastic does not dissolve in water. Sand also does not dissolve in water. So what is the correct answer? Salt. So salt dissolves in water. Okay. Now we will move on to the second Roman number, that is choose whether the following statements are true or false. Okay, read the question very carefully. Look at the first one. Microorganisms cannot live in water. Okay, I am reading out again. Listen to me carefully. Microorganisms cannot live in water. Is it true or is it false? It is definitely false, because microorganisms can live anywhere. They are present in the air, they are present in the water, they are present on the land, everywhere. So microorganisms can live in water. Okay, so here it is cannot, so it is false. Okay, look at the second one. An eraser floats on water. Eraser is your eraser which you use for rubbing your wrong things on in the book when you write with a pencil. Okay, so an eraser floats on water. You have tried this, I guess. Okay, I have given you an activity of the things that float on water and things, and maybe you must have tried it at home. So what does an eraser floats on water, or does it sink in water? So eraser is made of rubber. So eraser floats on water is wrong. Eraser sinks in water. Okay, it is light in weight. Yes or no? So the things rubber eraser definitely does not float on water. It goes inside the water. So it is false. Okay. Now next one. Water from all the wells tastes same. Okay, water from all the wells tastes same. Is it true or is it false? It is false. So false is the correct option. Water from all the wells taste different. It does not taste same. Okay, because it depends upon the climate, it depends upon the soil of that region, and water from all the wells taste different. So false is your answer. Now move on to the fourth one. Clean and transparent water may not be potable. Okay, clean and transparent water may not be potable. Potable means what? The water which is safe for drinking. Though the water looks clean and transparent, you don't have a guarantee whether it is safe for drinking or it is not safe for drinking? And yes, it is true. All clean and transparent water may not be potable. Unless and until you boil and filter the water, it is not potable. Okay, so the answer here is true. Now look at this one. Dry leaves are lighter than water. Okay, dry leaves are lighter than water. Is it true or is it false? It is definitely true, because dry leaves weight is lighter than water, and that is why dry leaves float on water. The things which are lighter in weight floats on water, and things that are heavier than water sinks inside the water. Okay, so dry leaves are lighter than water. It is true. Okay, so here we come to an end of this first part of revision. That is, we have completed 2 Roman numbers in it, that is fill in the blanks by choosing the correct option, and second one is choose whether the following statements are true or false. The remaining head questions we will see it in the next video. Thank you for listening to me carefully. Goodbye. Take care.